the guru of Squad 00, the assassin like no other. Yes, I'm the best at what to do. Y'all know what time it is. Yes, that Sons of Anarchy greatness. SOA is back, baby. Let's go. I watched that junk yesterday. I was live. Let me double that and give y'all this greatness, that the review on this greatness. All right. My SOA fans know exactly what's up. They know what time it is. Jax Teller all day. One of the greatest anti-heroes of all time, bar none. This season gonna take him to another level. Another level as a character. Everybody seems to be more matured. Tig, you know, he's more solemn. Bobby still being Bobby, but even he's ready to do what needs to be done. Chibs is on his grind for real though. Happy's being happy, which is Happy done got another smiley face. For those who don't know what that is, Tats for Gats. Merkin season. Let's see. Rat Boy's fully, you know, involved, integrated into the club. You know, you have the other two cats. They bring some, or three cats. They bring some great things to this game, to the table. All right. First and foremost, I gotta say this. In comparison to last season's premiere, because if I'm not mistaken, it was the school shooting, right? Much more dramatic. I'm not gonna lie, last season. But this season, was it better? I don't know. As far as in overall quality and story progression, as far as in the premiere, I think it was better. And it's not because I'm caught up in the moment, but literally. I mean, we had an hour and a half, and I wanted more. At first, it started off a little bit slow, I ain't gonna front, but it was just great. Certain elements may have not been better because there was some shocking, but you know, it's a question I give out to y'all. Which did y'all prefer? Season 6's premiere or this final season's premiere? The fact that it's the final season. Could have gone on for 3 more seasons after this, but we'll see how Kurt Sutter and the crew takes this story. Now, let's begin with the fact that Gemma is interesting, right? Because she's taken up this whole matriarchal role seriously now. I mean, even with her relation with Nero, which we see later, they got that rekindled romance, you know, they're back together. Cool. Especially when it comes to Juice. When it comes to Juice, she's taking a very motherly role. I mean, it's an ally thing because, you know, they kind of do need to help each other. But she's able to console him, and she shows emotions which she rarely shows to other than those she truly trusts, those who she's truly intimate with. And I'm not just talking about sexually, I'm just talking about her close friends. So that was very good. I mean, her thing with Jax, and in her own right, she even admits, see, she's not twisted enough to say, oh, she's right. She honestly brings up a good position. Now, while I don't agree, I understand her way of thinking. This is for honestly the club. She says she's the only one. Now, I don't think she's the only one that keeps this club from unraveling, because it really is Jax, to be honest with you. Not because he's the protagonist of the story, of the series, but because he literally is keeping the club together. If it wasn't for Jax, I don't know where Sam Crow would be at this time. Okay, I really don't. Especially after the whole, what was about season 4 or so, with the Clay debacle, with the whole guns, with the cartel and everything. Jax got them through. Jax is showing leadership, and I'll get to Jax later on down the line. But Gemma's very interesting, and the way she's dealing with Tara's death. She knows she screwed up. This is full character development, okay? Her characterization is well shown in this episode. We see a full array of Gemma Teller Morrow, okay? We see a full array of what she's about. Her character development by this point, she's actually repentant, and she's talking to Tara. I remember the final scene. She's actually talking to Tara, you know, kind of consulting, because her relationship with Tara was arguably the most complex in the series. So this whole thing with Gemma, well done. I gotta admit, I was hearing about the previews from people I guess who've seen the first few episodes in premiere, and well done with Gemma. Now with Juice. Juice is also developed. He's also matured through this whole ordeal, and he knows what time it is. But Juice is just lost. He's completely lost. I'm really curious as to see what Juice's role is going to be throughout this season. Okay, I'm really curious. The whole thing with him and Unch is going to be interesting. The whole thing with him and Wendy is going to be interesting. Is him and Wendy going to enter some kind of relationship? I have no clue. Juice is going to be a key player. He's been a key player throughout this series in a mild manner, but now he has a center role, which is actually applicable considering the relationship he had with Clay as more of a father figure, and then now clashing with his brother in more than one manner, figuratively and as far as with the club, as far as with the Suns, with Jax. So that's gonna come to a head at one point, probably midway through the season. I would be very surprised if Juice lasts to the end of the season. Now, okay, Tara's dealt with the fact that Jack, the boys, I'm hearing about it's coming in about episode 4. They're gonna deal with the boys, Abel and Thomas, with that. Wendy's back in the picture, and Wendy too has matured to the point where she understands her duty. There's no more games, no more nonsense, and she comes into it with some grown woman stuff to the fact where Jax can actually respect. Gemma spoke up for her again. Jax trusts Gemma. It ain't got no time for none of this petty stuff in the past. This ain't the time. They recognize what it is. It's about the boys, about the children. You got to look at the children and look for what's their best interest, especially after the death of Tara, the mother. So, that I thought was well done. The fact that she's pretty much level-headed, saying Juice, I get it. Look, no blood on my hands. So we're good on that part. Even though Gemma and her lies, I wonder how that's gonna backfire with the Chinese. I know I just got off of Gemma, but the whole thing, I wonder how that's gonna go with the whole war situation. I mentioned everybody. We didn't get too much individually from different club members at this point. It was more focused on business, other than a few personal things with Jax in of itself. As far as the business end, they're patching up old things. They patched up with the Irish, the whole guns with August marks. That whole thing's patched up, so the Irish are good. Black is good. Black Nation. Let's see, the grim bastards. They everything's good with them. They help handle business. It was a debacle. It was a horrible. It was a total screw up. But it reveals some very disgusting things about certain pastors and stuff going on out there. Some shady junk. So take that for what it's worth. Am I saying they deserve to get murdered? I ain't gonna talk about that whole situation. But regardless, the grim bastards are on board. The Chinese and the Mayans had to sit down with Jax, arranged through Nero. Nero's kind of being, he's triple OG Nero. He's having to sit down. The sit down was very nice, I gotta admit. The sit down was very nice, and it's all about business. Nero's trying to keep everybody whole, pretty much keep everybody from being dead. The streets. We can't be having an all-out war because it affects everybody's business and it takes us all down. We don't need no feds. We don't need none of that. Look, let's just deal with the situation at hand. Let's bury old hatchets, bury old things, the old ways out, and we got the new bloods in there for the most part. All right, so let's just deal with this. Alvarez, brown and yellow cool together. Jax, we'll begin the trade with the guns and get everything. Stockton deal with Borowski, everything be handled. Everybody's good on that end. We'll see how long that the truce holds up. Aryan Brotherhood getting brought back in. People are hyped about Marilyn Manson, which is, I think, it will be very phenomenal. Jax's brutality. But look, people say what they want. Jax at this point is doing what he has to do. He's being rational. It's violent, but people don't understand the life. Okay, that life that they're living. He's doing what he has to do. Okay, he handled, and apparently dude was a snitch. snitches get stitches and end up in ditches is an old saying they grew up with. So, you know, mended defenses with the AB, which is very nice. Very nice. You need the alliances, and as dude moves the stocky, you know, needs the strings. Jax is putting business on hand. Family, and people say family first, but look at where it's got him. Okay, he even admits to his flaws. See, this is what you gotta love about Jax. Jax admits to his flaws, admits to his wrong decisions, and is accepting his role as a leader. That's phenomenal. Everybody trusts him. There's no doubt. When what Jax say, they do. They know what time it is, and if they got a war, and what he said is brothers, okay, brothers in arms. Are you willing to kill for and die for the brother next to you? If not, you know, speak now forever, hold your peace on a marriage type jab, you know, on marriage status, and take a chip. Everything's good, bro. We trust you, Bobby. Everybody trusts Jax. Okay, it's the time for the club's unity, and I guess some of Tacoma's cats are still down from Washington, which is cool too. Chucky's always funny as ever, which was nice. Nero being reintroduced and having a pivotal role still. Good. Nero's one of the best characters in the series. You know, he's trying to keep everything good, especially the Bizlats in his hood. They're kind of caught in this whole thing. He didn't want to have to be a part of this, but he do what they have to do. DeRosa, you got another porn studio getting up, so that's another legal outlet. With business as far as that concerned, so making money, trying to, you know, move out of the outlaw. But once you go in deep, see, here's something people gotta understand. When you go in deep enough into a lifestyle, you go in deep enough, sometimes into the darkness. When you go in, I've been saying that, not necessarily in this situation, but you go too deep into the darkness, you could be forgiven, but you're not redeemable. In this certain situation, you go in. They've been outlawed for decades, to San Cruz. You can't just get out of 1%er lifestyle. You just can't get out of outlaw lifestyle, as Jax called it. You just don't do that. You gotta accept what you are. When you've paved this path, you have to lie in the bed that you make. Okay, these dudes coming in here with silences and everything. They know what time it is. Let's see, what else was a key point to this series. Again, we had Jax's brutality, but hell, you know, that's the nature of the beast that's been created. The DA, she's a couple things with the DA. DA said, you know, tries to talk to the family. There, no. All discussion with of that kind, you know, Jax is out of jail now. All discussion out of county. All discussion with that kind of things to the family, man, get out of here. That's done. That's dead with terror. Dead with terror completely. Okay. It's club and family. We don't want none of that getting out of There's no getting out of nothing. Then you have the whole fact of apparently a new person coming in. And, you know, Unsure trying to get Unsure to be a counselor to the new person and in relation with the Suns, because DA has learned you cannot squash the Suns. They are pivotal and they keep balance in charm. They keep balance in Northern Cali, for those who are Northern California, for those who are unaware of the phraseology. Was that all the relevant points for the most part? Trying to replay. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is just a setup for the entire season. So overall, execution wise, I say it was better than season premiere 6. But I can't. I don't necessarily put it on the same level as far as in you know as a season premiere. But overall, I'd say this was a 9 out of 10. I'd say it was a phenomenal episode of Sons of Anarchy. We got a lot of things. We got a lot of character development on several ends. We got great setup for the season to come. We got all the major players pretty much introduced or reintroduced into our our minds. Considering the fact it's only 10 days past, things have been laid out, business, whatever. But at the same time, plot progression wise, slightly lacking. A little bit more could have been done with plot progression, but we got some good stuff. You know, it was mainly focused. It was a bit slow in a couple instances, but you know, nothing to massively complain about. But yeah, like I said, overall, phenomenal episode. Cannot wait for episode 2 because I know this season is promising to be the best. It really is. I'm talking about overall, because while there were, I think I gave a few episodes last season either perfect or amazing, or pretty much all of them. This season, as far as in the execution, is probably going to be better than any season come. It's going to get entirely more serious, and the dark drama that this series is, I can only wait, baby. I can only wait. And I expect you want to like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts on this episode. And until next time, y'all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace. I can't wait for more of that Jax Teller greatness and that SOA greatness all day, baby. All day.